Hello, Hope Church. Welcome to another Hope Church podcast. My name is Latabo. I'll be standing in for Joy. Welcome. To my right, I have Usis Noxolo Khanyile, newly appointed Deaconess.
Yes.
How are you, Sis Noxi?
I'm okay, and how are you?
I'm good. Welcome on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, very lovely to have you. It's been a busy month for Reach SA, hasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
crazy month. Yes,
Crazy month.
exciting.
Yeah,
Super exciting.
exciting, but busy. I mean, you were appointed as deaconess and the synod happened in KZN.
Yeah. So the second deaconess, I think. The first one was in KZN. I am first in Gauteng. I don't know if that's. Yeah, it is something good. Let me just
Yeah.
not underplayed. And we were at the synod, so it was great that she was there. There's two of us.
Yeah.
With our collars.
Yeah.
So you can imagine it's a new thing.
Yes.
Even though it was something voted on last synod, but it was a new thing for them to actually see it, everyone. It was exciting.
Yeah.
And also synod, we elected a first black presiding bishop,
yeah.
Umfundisi Ngubane. It was really, really exciting.
Historic, yeah.
Yes, you can call it that.
Yes.
It was awesome, yeah.
That's really great. Since you're new on the show, I think, I think some of the
I am
viewers...
new. I've never been here before.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. I'm not Joy, so I wouldn't know if you're new or not.
Okay, fair enough.
But just for the viewers to get to know you, do you mind telling us more about your journey in the faith and how you became a member of Hope Church?
Oh, man, how long do I have? So I became a Christian in my late 20s, I think. I was pregnant, and a lot of things were not going according to plan. I wasn't working, and a terrible relationship, and expecting a second child. So it was very hard. And somehow, as an African, or as Noxolo, I never struggled with if there is a God. I always knew there is a God.
Yeah.
But my struggles, which I feel are most struggles for other Africans, is how do you reach God? How do you build a relationship with God? That's why we are having struggles with ancestral worship and things like those. So I knew there was God. And I also knew that he's the one who gave me my life. So at that point, when I was struggling so much, one thing that I needed was just to go to church and be like, God, I'm not blaming anyone.
Yeah.
I messed it up myself.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I think it's fair. You gave me a beautiful life and I did whatever I wanted to do with it. And I'm sorry. That's it. That's what I wanted to do. And my surprise when I went to church, I think it was in PE. When I went to church, the pastor was preaching, I think his sermon was titled, Come As You Are. And that messed up my plan. I was like, no, we're not talking about how I am. I'm just here to tell you what's going on. And then I'm done, I go. Even while we were singing songs, I was anxious, like, okay, can we get into sitting down and praying so that I can do what I wanted? But on that day, when the sermon went on and the passage was read, it felt as a personal love letter from God, telling me that even though I feel like I've messed my life up, He loves me. And I came out a different person. Well, I was still pregnant, and I still had a child that I was holding with my hand, and I still didn't have a job and everything. But the hope inside me was a light that just shook my whole life. And therefore, things, I saw them differently from them. That was years ago. Yeah, let's keep it there. That was years ago. But yes, that's how it started.
And now you become a member of Hope Church.
So from there, let me see if I can connect. So from there, I was excited. I wanted to share the gospel, but I was worried that am I going to teach the correct things? So I was prayed, still in PE, moved to Cape Town with a job, but joined a church in Khayelitsha. where I part-time served while I was working. And I heard about the college, went to college, studied, and got to do kids ministry. And when I was done at college, we were appointed at Soweto to do youth and kids there.
Yeah.
And then after Soweto, there was an opportunity at Hope, and then that's how I got to be at Hope.
That's a long journey. It's a long journey to Hope Church.
It is a long journey to Hope Church.
And
yes.
now you're here as a deaconess. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
So the Deaconess was supposed to happen, I think, a year earlier.
Is it?
But I needed to pray more about it. I needed to understand what it is. And I needed to be comfortable with it and to do something that I'm comfortable with. So, yes, it was supposed to be done a year ago, but I'm happy that it happened here at Hope.
Yeah. On that note, I'm sure there are a couple of us who are still yet to understand really what a deacon and deaconess is. Would you mind enlightening us? Enlighten us. What is your understanding of the role of a deaconess?
So one thing that was beautiful when the actual event of me being a deaconess, Bishop Martin was doing it, and he explained a bit to people who are around what it is, what it means, and things like those. I'm not going to be preaching at church. That's one thing that was highlighted, but that's a joke. Nevertheless, with that, if you look at 1 Timothy chapter 3, where they're speaking of the elders and things like those, and the office of deaconess, you'll find it just underneath that. So that is that. And you are holding that office. That means I think the bishop really did a thorough job of explaining on things that I have to do or things that I do. And then it was, I think, mainly 3. Here at Rich's A. It is helping with the Lord's Supper if the reverend or the senior pastor is not here. Yes. It is also helping, was it baptism? Yes, baptism also. And it is helping those I'm leading and being there for them and reading of scriptures. Now I'm really quoting what was written exactly. But yes.
I guess in essence, it's a very supportive ministry.
Yes. And, I would say that a lot of, even myself, I was actually doing a work of a deacon even before, just now formality and the beauty of being recognized in what you're doing, which is very encouraging. But there are a lot of ladies who are doing that, who are serving in ministry, who are, exactly doing those things and caring for those they are serving under. Whereas whether it's women or kids or youth. But there are a lot of who are exactly doing that.
Okay, now that you've been, like you're saying, there are a lot of women and stuff doing the role, performing the role of a deacon. So now that you've been put to the limelight, is there any expectation from you now to do more, in a sense?
Not really, but I must say though, the vows, my gosh, they were so intimidating. It's the life that I've been living, but having to stand in front of people and make those vows, it's like really a wedding ceremony or a wedding ceremony. It's
like you're getting wedded to the
married
congregation.
Again to the congregation. So it brought sort of seriousness. Yes, it's serious, but doing it in front of the congregation, it was something else, I must say.
Okay. So I guess my question now is, how because you're fairly new to Hope Church, how do you now plan to connect with the congregation and serve them in this role that you've been given now?
I've been doing, but I guess the highlight is now after the ordination or the making of Deaconess. It is how many women have been approaching me and asking me more about it and being interested. And you can see that it is something that is of an encouragement, and it's something that I would love to encourage more women to to be, because I can't explain the encouragement of church acknowledging what you've been doing.
Yeah.
Because when you're a deaconess, it's not like something you apply for. You have years of service that you put on, and like they will, I don't want to say scrutinize, but they will look into your life.
Yeah.
As the scripture says, that there has to be someone who's in a particular way. So it is a good thing to look up to.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, I also thought that it's a bit like you're training on murky waters. I mean, because the direction the world, the society is moving into, as a church, because we have certain views of women, traditional views of women, it almost seems like the role of deaconess was a bit, some people were a bit uncertain of it. I don't know if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And especially as black Africans.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely, it's a new thing. People have views. Definitely. And I myself also was a bit scared about it. But obviously having to be obedient to the bishops and following what they say.
Yeah.
So that was also very much of encouragement, the support. And the support at the synod, and the support also throughout the whole application process.
Yeah.
Was really encouraging to see them in full support of it.
Yeah.
In a point where even what to wear, I was directed.
Really?
That I had to ask so many times, are you sure? A collar and a shirt?
Yeah.
So those kind of things.
Yeah.
But I think as a denomination, it's exciting to be part of it at this point, where we've grown. Yes, we're a bit late. I think we've grown so much in appreciating women and the roles that they play. And I'm excited, very excited about that.
It's a big thing. But since I know you personally, Sis Noxie, you're a very busy person. You're a very, very busy person. I mean, you're balancing the home life. You have a husband and you have 3 kids.
A husband who's in ministry too, yeah.
A husband who's in ministry too. And then you have your own business. You run your own business.
Don't tell people that.
I mean, it's public information anyway, and this is like free promotion, isn't it?
Awesome.
No, but the point is, you're doing a lot of things, and plus working in ministry is no joke at all. How are you balancing all of this? How do you balance all of this?
So I think number one is being strict with rest.
Yeah.
So this year I've learned a lot on being strict with my resting time. When I'm tired, I need to take time out. Like today, I didn't come at the office. I was at home. And that is important. I feel in ministry that is important to know and be disciplined with taking rest. And when you're resting, you're not doing other ministries. You are actually really resting. Yes. You are reading something that will uplift you and excite you with your spiritual walk with the Lord. Something you enjoy doing. Fun thing for yourself, beside the kids, beside your husband, but just yourself. So I do that a lot, and it's been very much helpful. Yeah. I enjoy working with other people. So I'm someone like you. I always delegate and make sure that in my delegation it's not just throwing off things that I can't do, but making sure you're teaching someone else, but you're teaching them through them watching you and also doing what you do. Yeah. And that helps a lot because you are not making a ministry your ministry, but you are making sure that it's part of the church or the community ministry. So those kind of things, they excite me. I'm excited with working with new people, fresh people who want to see what's going on, or new volunteers. I get excited with that. So yeah, that's and this year it's been so much on training. So I do kids and youth, directing both here at Hope. Sadly, this is very sad. I'm not so much in front of kids like I was before.
Yeah.
I'm more into training and directing, I guess. And that has made me at least manage more of things rather than being actually on the ground. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. I guess my last question now is: how can we, as the congregation, support you in this new role? What can we do to show support for you in this new role that you have?
Oh, well, guys, prayer.
Yes.
Prayer is very, very important. Praying for the person, but you can't pray for someone you don't know, you don't have a relationship with.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how
Yeah.
would you pray for someone
Sure,
like
yeah.
that or be general.
Yeah.
But spending time with people, I think one thing that's really missing when you're in ministry is just genuine relationships with people. Sometimes people, when you are in ministry, they tend not to think you are real. I don't know, but they have expectation. I know.
Definitely, yeah.
Even now, someone was asking me, "A deaconess is doing that." I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what do you mean? But people in ministry are real people. They have emotions. If you say things that are not nice, they get hurt. It's not like drizzled off. They do get hurt. If they're not encouraged, they also get tired. So I think being in ministry means being with people. And because you are pouring so much into people, like teaching them, working with them, being there for them, sometimes or most of the time you do also need people who will be encouragement to you, or people who remind you of some truth and be encouragement to you. So I would love that. I would love people who really would love to know me, real me,
Yeah.
and have relationships with them, genuine relationships with them.
Yeah. No, I feel what you're saying, because I mean I work in ministry as well, and it tends to feel like people hold you to this high regard, and it's impossible for us to fulfill that. Sometimes it gets a bit too much. But I understand what you're saying. Sis Noxie, we've come to the end of the show. Yeah, it's been a lovely conversation. It's been lovely having you here.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully, at some point in the future, you come back.
Oh no.
I don't know for what reason, but Joy will take care of that. Folks, it's been really lovely having you here. Remember, Hope Church has services at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. every Sunday at 45 Ditton Avenue. So please join us when you can. Peace.